What's up, First Bros? Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. It is currently part 48 in the last episode. We gathered ourselves two little, oh, look at that. There's a knocked out rat. We managed to kill two rats, or a bunch of rats, and managed to essentially subdue Orthorn, grab an Umbral gem from where he was, as well as another Umbral gem from doing a little mission down here, and there's a couple more trials.
Once, seeking to become dark justiciars. I will follow in their path. I will succeed.
Yeah, so we got Shadowheart with us today, because this is obviously her whole thing, her whole mission being the Gauntlet of Shar. And, well, Shadowheart is the self-same trial.
Another bowl bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
Another trial.
Well,
I need to do this, same as before.
alright. Don't let me stop you.
Teaches us that we are our own worst enemy much of the time. Her embrace will elude us until we shed that which holds us back. No time to dally.
Alright, well, you want to take this trial alone then, like you've done last? Alright, so we're going to have Shadowheart go ahead and do this trial alone. It should honestly make this a lot easier, since doing this trial with multiple people can risk getting cheater's folly.
I smell a trap.
Yep, there's a trap ahead. In the form... Uh-oh. It's going to spawn everyone. Oh, great. So yeah, I guess it's going to spawn everyone in since everyone else is here. So where would Shadowheart be able to, I guess, be set up? Of course, everyone has to fight themselves. So, you know, would be nice to get a surprise round in. Look at that, we got Gale over here. Like, I was just Gale, Will, and Dragonborn. Where is Shadowheart? Oh, there's Shadowheart's clone. So yeah, I guess we'll go in for a sneak attack against Shadowheart. With Shadowheart. I guess we'll send in everyone one by one. Actually, you know what? That'd be a fun way to do this, because everyone can really just sneak in pretty easily. So we're going to get Will in next.
Silence is gold.
Have him sneak up behind himself. This will, of course, also allow us to essentially take on everyone around the same time. Or at least allow everyone to get the jump on themselves a bit. Of course, reaching Gale and, well, Dragonborn would be pretty tough. I don't know what's with all the weird red glowy eye things, though. But I guess everyone's copied in, though, since everyone else is in that other room. I don't know the full code on how this trial works. I know it's a bit more complicated than usual. But yeah, I'm going to get... Oh wow, I can actually get everyone sneaking in like right next to where they're supposed to be. So here, let me get Gale in next. So yeah, this was originally going to be full blown. Oh yeah, and I guess may as well do this since I got this open, and it's nice to branch out a bit more. Because of course the way I have this set up is I'm actually streaming through Twitch and then recording that. So we got Karen Murphy in. What's up, man? How's you? Do you stream daily? Mostly daily. Mostly daily. I stream whenever I have to get some recordings for my Xbox gameplay, since Xbox is just finicky with how it allows you to like record gameplay, and they completely removed and butchered a bunch of features from the Xbox app. So this is really the only way I can get some actual Xbox gameplay. So I'll be here very often. So yeah, you can enjoy some good BG3 once a week. I do BG3 every Wednesday. I do Doom tomorrow, so yeah, Doom every Thursday. Every Friday, that's going to be different because I'm doing a bit of something special with that. I'm doing like Stealth Archer with every major Elder Scrolls, so I'm going to be playing Oblivion this next Friday, then Morrowind the next Friday after that. Then I won't stream past that because I'll be on PC for the last two. And then every Saturday I do a bit of Oddworld. So yeah, that's how my schedule's set up. And of course, I usually do streams just as recordings, so I don't really have any real set schedules on what times. However, got everyone in position.
My favorite.
Let's go ahead and get everyone into combat. Ooh, Divine Strike Poison. Yes, please. Ah, crap.
Don't want to think about why my eye is itching.
Okay. Can I see where my copy went? No, I can't. Great.
Can't give up.
Great. Darkness Cloak.
Hidden.
Ooh. There we go. That's a good way to get hidden. Yeah, everyone's surprised. Good, I like to keep it that way. Now we're going to have Gale do his surprise round. So we're going to start, I guess, open up with, there's a lot I can open up with. I guess if I Vampire Touch Gale with Gale, and it worked out pretty well. Alright.
On the victor's path.
And I guess just do a couple of swings against Will as well. Ah, crap. I don't want to Hellish Rebuke because of, oh god, that is really busted.
Got to move.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely might need to, do this a couple of times with a couple of tries. Let's go ahead and get a healing word in. hate how they can just step into the shadows and turn invisible. It is a bit, broken. Let's see here. I guess Will does have Vampire Touch. So yeah, I guess I can Misty Step up here. And I guess your touch Will with Will. Ah, crap. Alright.
Indeed.
Of course, Gale's gonna have to look for, Gale. Oop. Counterspell that. Or actually, Silence. Yeah, just casting Silence ain't bad. Just step out of Silence. Shield of Faith? Nah, that's not bad either. Oh, look, and you mark your own location. Okay.
On the move.
Okay, I see how that is. I see how that works. Not really much I can do with that, though. Yeah, you see, this is... Ooh, actually... Yeah, not really much, huh? Well, that sucks. Ooh, Thunderous Smite. That's not good. Now, where is Evil Sylvis? Because Sylvis needs to find Sylvis.
No holding back.
Yeah, I guess we can get her Vampire Touch again. Oh wait, that's set up a new Vampire Touch.
My enemies fall.
What are the rules on that? Touch an enemy and siphon and regain half. How am I not? I guess I'm missing it. Well, that sucks. I mean, it's a 3rd level spell slot. Or I guess still a warlock slot. Yeah, I definitely need to try this again. But maybe with only one person in this trial. Because this is tough. So yeah, we're going to load back. And we're going to just have Shadowheart go in this alone. I guess if we let her just walk in the door by herself, then maybe it'll just make the trial only have Shadowheart in there by herself. That'd be fun. That'd be fine. Because that would make the fight a lot easier. Because this party is made for killing. And we can kill her, we can kill each other pretty quickly.
These halls once, seeking to become dark justices.
So you're going to have to
I will follow
hit this one alone.
I will succeed.
Alright, so self-same trial.
Another of Lady Shah's trials that her initiates must face.
Offering
This one would challenge their combat prowess.
That is cool that she actually gets a bit more information, you know?
Lady teaches us that we are our own worst enemy much of the time. Her embrace will elude us until we shed that which holds us back.
Alright. let's go ahead and, I guess go fight herself. Oh, great. I failed the perception check, meaning we're probably going to get ambushed. Which I guess makes sense. Shar is all about not being able to see. You know, blindness. Which sucks. Because it means you don't see him until it's too late. Wait, is this where you at? No, where you at then? Okay, I gotta hit the right spot. Oh. There's definitely some here. If I take and put that out. Oh.
Unseen. Perfect.
Hiding failed, so I'm obviously
Anyone see?
failing my hiding.
Quiet as
So there's some here. Okay. It would be really nice to see where invisible enemies are, though. Too bad see invisibility is a bit buggy in this game. Because even if I had Sylvis in here, I mean, Sylvis wasn't finding them. But if hiding fails here, yeah, against Shadowheart, I'm going to drop a random little save here. Because it does look like if I light the fire here, nothing about it. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to cast Silence. And Shield of Faith on yourself, which immediately breaks silence. Okay, cool. Alright, let me show you how this is done. So, let's see here. Strike adding your proficiency bonus. Attack does not break concealment. Ooh. Okay, so if I stepped here, and then if I were to,
better hide.
I guess, Darkness Cloud, Shadow Strike. Oh, I see. So in darkness, you're unable to. Okay, I think I found out what that is all about. So here, let me mirror image myself. Okay, so darkness allows them to straight up just hide. So if I had light, I would be able to catch them. Too bad I don't have the light cantrip. Wow. Okay. Guess that makes sense though. Alright, go and cast Silence. Shield of Faith on yourself again to break your own concentration. Love it, love it. Now what? Now what? You know, like, I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, Guiding Bolt. You missed. But hey, you know what? I saw that you stepped over this way. So I guess what I could do is if I use Fear. Here, if I just pop a Fear Cone right here. Concentration Fear. Oh. Alright, good, good. Now, I'm going to pop a max level guiding bolt and miss. Great. You're just going to spam Sacred Flame, aren't you? I'm going to spam guiding bolts until you're dead. There we go. Yeah, what now? Oh, you're going to hide in darkness, you wuss. Oh, but look at that. I actually saw where you went. For a second. Yeah, stop sitting in darkness. Oh. Okay, cool. Actually, death toll. Target is at if the target is at full health. Okay. Well, that's if you're at full health, so it'd just be better and more efficient to just guiding bolt and miss, and I guess run as far as we can. Great, okay. Here, let's try another guiding bolt. Running out of guiding bolts here. Don't enter darkness, please. Alright, thank you. Aw, you punk. Okay. Well, you entered darkness. Okay. Great. I guess I may as well cure wounds myself. Yeah, I almost forgot that clerics can do that, huh? Here, I'm just gonna sit here. Yeah, go ahead and jump. Use your Sacred Flame. Stop entering stealth, you wuss. There we go. And of course, okay, cool. Can I hit you? Oh, I can. There we go. Wait, shouldn't I get an Umbral Gem from this? I feel like we could definitely
That
pop a
helped.
short rest. Yeah. We may need to hit a long rest after this, because that was rough, even though, yeah, so there should be an Umbral Gem here. I want to make sure I have all the Umbral Gems. So if I lose an Umbral Gem, oh. Yeah, if I ever lose an Umbral Gem, then that would really suck. Alright, well, that was a fun trial. Shadowheart has a few spell slots left, so
Let's move.
you couldn't have said it better, Sylvis. Let's move. Yeah, we got another trial. One that's honestly one of the most annoying trials in the entire game. Because it just instantly kills you over and over again.
Her most sacred path.
Her most sacred path. The Faith Leap Trial. This is possibly the most annoying trial in the entire game.
Stay idle.
Well, let's see what this says.
Another bowl bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering. Another trial to judge the mettle of Lady Shah's initiates. This one would test their ability to navigate her sacred darkness.
Offer blood. Yeah, there isn't really an actual true prim and proper trick to going through the darkness here.
Pythias was said to be sure of foot in even the darkest recesses of Lady Shah's embrace. I must remember where to step, and have faith that she will guide me. I must remember where to step, and have faith that she will guide me.
Yes, you must remember where to step. Have faith that she will guide you. So, you can see in the distance what the path looks like. But if you stray from this path, which will disappear as you approach it, even the slightest bit, then you will fall into the void and instantly die. And you know, this is definitely a puzzle that, oh, look at that, this door locked. So, okay. So it starts here, and then you can't exactly see from a good upwards path, but starts here, goes out to this waterfall. Then you have to center yourself out, go forward until you are slightly past these two statues, then turn right, and then go forward until... Okay, and there is a troll path there. So you go forward until you reach this waterfall here, then move until right past the edge. Go forward until you reach right before the center there. Right one. Go forward until you reach this the far right of that window. Far left of that window. Go this way one. Go this way a bit. You see, when it's pressure plates, it's easier to remember and memorize. But you're going to see in a moment, these ain't pressure plates. They vanish very quickly. Okay, so gotta have faith in Lady Shar. Alright, so it's really hard to properly navigate. However, if you do it carefully, keep a memorization of the path you're supposed to take, you'll get sent into the Shadow Realm anyways. And oh, look at that. There are lives? Wait, oh. There are lives. And so how are you supposed to... Oh, God, and it will just put you in random darkness. Because, see, I know the path over here. I don't know the path over here. Is there a pathway here? Nope. That's another death. Okay, is there a pathway here? There is. Okay. Death. Alright. Yeah, so we're going to have to load back. Try this again. I didn't actually know that there was lives up there that actually brought you back like that. That actually makes a bit more sense. Makes it make a bit more sense with how lenient it is. It's just going to be a bit annoying, to say the least. Alright, but this is going to definitely be a trial and error run right here. This is definitely going to be a trial and error run. Alright. Well, let's try this again. I guess a good strategy would be top-down view, just so I can see a bit better. So, this way. Right here. Of course, not being able to see like an actual grid pattern is what really... Yeah, you see, because I could have swore Yeah, because I don't know how to get out of that section without just dying over and over again. I guess... I guess since it does take me there, like it's actively trying to help guide me so I can actually survive. Shoot, but this is going to be a lot of reloads. This is going to be a lot of reloads. And a lot of trial and error. Okay, okay. I'm going to see what all paths there are. Okay, so you can leap out from here, but oh, look at that. So this way leads into this path here. Okay, and then there's a pathway that leads out of this section.
Oh, Will, what was the Blade of Frontier's toughest kill?
What does that section actually lead to, though? Okay, so... See, it doesn't actually show. Great,
I
great.
hope you
So...
don't mind if I don't ask to see it.
Okay, let's see here. Oh. It's slightly past the statue. See, stuff you forget pretty quickly. Alright, well, let's try this. I'm going to immediately reload, because I don't want to waste that. I don't like wasting any of these lives. And I know this is a bit save scumming, but honestly, this is possibly my least favorite trial in all of Baldur's Gate 3. Probably my least favorite part of Baldur's Gate 3. There's not very many unlikable sections, but this is definitely one of them. Because, good lord. It is just way, way too unforgiving. And it does not give you enough resources to properly figure out. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and head this way. It would be past the statues. Okay. This far, and then I know there's a troll path up here. This section here up to, oh god, what is it up to? Up to here. Has to be. Then there's a path that leads to the right up here somewhere. Oh god. Hearing creaky floorboards. Okay. Yeah, and it took me here. What am I supposed to do there? Like, there was literally no paths from that section, so I know And I know, like, leaping, it's a bit cheaty, but it doesn't work. Trust me, it doesn't work. I've tried it before. They've patched it out so many times, and they made it to where trying to do that just straight up kills you instantly. Uses up all your lives, because basically they changed the code so if you fly over the void at all, it just immediately deletes you. So, you know, that's fun. Alright, so, the move over side is over here, so you'd head over here, move over that divot, and you go forward and move back at that divot. Okay. I see now, I see now. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I don't like the sounds of creaky floorboards on this, though. I mean, not only does it not fit with the whole fact that I'm just walking through pitch darkness and void, Like, honestly, I don't know how this trial is meant to make sense. Like, funnily enough, this whole game is meant to be, like, inspired by off tabletop RPGs like D&D. This takes place in the world of Dungeons & Dragons, and Dungeons & Dragons is a game that's all about, like, pen and paper and using maps, and how the hell are you supposed to explain something like this and have it done somewhat like this in a fun and engaging way that wouldn't cause people to just rage at a DM for very reasonable reasons, like what are you supposed to do? Like, say, okay, so I move forward. Alright, and since you didn't say stop right away, you immediately get deleted into the void. Wait, can I go? Nope, you can't go back. You had to say you go forward for a very specific amount of time. You didn't time it right, so you actually died instantly. Completely deleted. Well, is there a grid pattern? No grid pattern. You're supposed to know exactly when you're supposed to move over. Ugh. Like, what kind of trial is this? Like, it would be nice to actually have a grid pattern, though. Just at the very least. Like, I know that would be a bit cheaty, but come on. Like, the platforms are actually placed in a grid formation, though. Like, you can see that they're placed in a grid pattern, they just don't have an actual grid for you to look at. And it's not like I want a grid with all the correct pieces placed on to know which ones you're stepping on. No, I just want a grid so I can see what pieces, like, just make a blank grid. And then, of course, have the correct pieces in the grid when in darkness. And then just make it a memory game instead of this bullcrap. Alright. I'm right there. So now, what I remember, this part is real finicky. So let's go forward. I forget where the turn is, though. I know that it's close. It's very close. Please. Please. Please just step up. Step up. Okay. I'm gonna have to jump. Don't delete me, game. Oh my god, I did it.
The inner sanctum is within reach now.
Oh my god, I actually did it.
Every turn, seek out my inner sanctum. The final test awaits.
Alright, the final test awaits at the inner sanctum.
What to do?
And Shadowheart doesn't have anything else to say.
So, Will,
Alright.
what was the Blade of Frontier's toughest kill?
It was a great scrap. A hungry minotaur with a hankering for human flesh.
Ugh.
An axe-bearing mountain of fur she was. Gave me a nasty scar.
I hope you don't mind if I don't ask to see it.
Alright, well, there is one more thing we can do in this trial before we go into the deeper depths to, finish everything up, and that thing would be, dealing with this room here. Now, of course, it's a silent library, so we're all shushed, but it's also a fight, and oh god, of course, Gale the Wizard is silenced, so he can't really do much, Well, that was a rough fight there. We managed to get through it all.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Plenty of traps in here, of course. Plenty of gold to be found. If I remember correctly, I think I can actually just have Gale mage hands over to the lever, which is right here. Possibly the best use of mage hand ever.
Why?
Why? A great uncle to name, my father said. But I just figured he couldn't spell.
Huh. Thought Shadowheart was talking about using mage hand there for a second.
Be cautious.
Yep. So there's a trap. Let's see if we can disarm it. Oh, that is an insane trap. Got an
What
insane
can
tone here.
silence the night song?
What can silence the night song? You know, that's a good question. I do remember there's something in this library here. I do want to open this up and finish this up before we finish stream here. Before we wrap everything up. There are buttons around here. Buttons we cannot press. Interesting. Why are they here? I don't know if that's intentional or not. And if I remember correctly, this has
The mirrors here seem to not reflect light, but devour it.
yeah, the mirrors devour light, so very Char-like. Now there is a book in this place that should be familiar. I only half know what I'm looking for. Yeah, we got a couple of justiciars here. Teachings of Lost, Dark Justiciar, don't need that. Teachings of Lost,
Be wary. This
Forgetting and
place is
Lost.
trapped.
Yeah, Faith Leap. Maybe the books. Yeah, and I mean, alright. Here we're going to use a inspiration here. Okay, we're going to use 2 inspirations here. I really should have used Shadowheart. I don't want to fail this trap here. Are you kidding me? I'm using 4 inspirations here. Okay, well, don't fail me now. Wow. Hopefully that was worth it. Nope. That was nothing. Great. Maybe it's something in here, actually. Teachings of Lost Own Secret. Is it really just Teachings of Lost Own Secret?
Trap. Be cautious.
Lady Char knows what you bury deep inside your spirit. She knows what pains you, what gnaws away, very being. Pains of Oblivion, let her moon you. Because I believe there's a note on this guy's corpse that speaks of, yeah, scribbled notes. If the rumors are true, the answers lie within the pages of these books. It must do a hidden way to become first of all Dark Justiciars. How can I not pursue such prize? It does not matter if I was not commanded to walk the path. Lady Shar will truly admire my cunning and tenacity. I will scour every page, devour every word. I must find this relic. I must win a place in her hand. Yeah, so... Isn't really much else here, so...
What can silence the night
We'll
song?
try own loss. I do think it might be own loss. Because there are a few tomes in here. Oh, Endless Darkness. I don't think it's Endless Darkness, though. So it'd be up in tomes right here. Not scribbled notes. Now, I know I just picked it up. Okay, well, hang on, give me a second. Oh, there's the Yankee egg. Don't need that. There it is. Own secret. Successfully inserted. And that creates... Okay, great. Enzer's Black Tendrils. So it's not own loss. Noted. Alright, so it's not own loss. I forget which it was. Alright, so this can definitely be some. Maybe it's here? Nope. Closed library section. Why is that a thing? Forgetting and loss. Dark Justiciar.
Nasty surprise. Caution is warranted here.
Wait, I think I know what it is. Dark Justiciar, because that would make sense. Hang on. I'm going to try Dark Justiciar. I'm going to try Dark Justiciar before I wrap things up here, because we've run on for quite long enough, and I feel like this could definitely
What can
be
silence
right.
the night song?
Dark Justiciar. I feel like this was the one. Because I know I've done this before. It's just, I keep forgetting which book is the right one. I know I try like every single book in this entire place until it's correct. And it was not Dark Justiciar. Great.
What can silence
Here,
the night song?
May as well try another one while I'm here, because I have Endless Darkness, which isn't it either. Okay. So it's not Endless Darkness, it's not Dark Justiciar. Question is, what is it? That is the question that we are trying to answer. I don't think it's any of the trial books. Wouldn't make sense to be a trial book. Great. I don't think it's going to be in the piles of books, nor in a bookcase. Forgetting and loss, I can try that, but I don't have high hopes. If I attack these, yeah, I don't think attacking them really does much, because yeah, like if there was, oh, the Night Singer. Teachings of Loss, the Night Singer. That might actually be what I need. It looks like it was in this one here, so here, let me load a save. I guess this one here. And I guess we know what bookcase I need to check. Because I think the Night Singer is the right one. It was either Dark Justiciar or Night Singer. I know it's because it's Night Song. So Night Singer might make sense. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Yeah, that should make sense. Alright, let's go get Night Singer. Yeah, because it's behind one of these traps chests.
This place is trapped.
You're gonna have Will disarm this. Because we can actually get Dark One's luck and guidance. And we really didn't need either of that anyways. But hey, look at that. 25. Perfect.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
The Night Singer. What can silence the night song? Only the Night Singer herself, Lady Shard. That has to be it. Yeah, that is literally the question. Okay. Well, I found the answer. I found the answer to the riddle. What can silence the night song?
What can silence the night song?
The Night Singer herself. So where is that? Night Singer, Night Singer. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because I just brute force it most of the time, and honestly, with how this later section is, it's not like really many people can blame me.
Watch yourself.
Just like that. Place is trapped. We know that. Look at
What are we to
that.
do? This is no ordinary spear. It may be important. Best keep it close.
So yeah, we're going to get the Spear of Night and the Dark Justiciar helmet equipped onto Shadowheart.
Is that blood?
And she is fully
No,
kitted out.
Never mind.
And now, we have completed all the trials,
Be
and
wary.
we
This
have
place
set
is trapped.
Shadowheart up as a true Sharan. And we got her set up for her next story beat. However, we have spent about an hour here. So if you're still in the Twitch chat, hang around for a bit, because we're going to raid. But anyways, in the next episode, we're going to go into the Void to deal with the Night Singer. But yeah, that's going to be it for the rest of this episode. This has been your bro Frostford, and I think I'm going to have to catch you on the next one. Later!